This podcast is brought to you by the Texas Hill Country River region in Uvalde County. What's super unique about this area is that the Frio, Nueces, and Sabinal rivers are all located in the same county. It's like the hill country that you know and love, but really rural, so you're surrounded by wildlife, and life just kind of slows down out here, so you can enjoy the simple pleasures like campfires and fishing and just enjoying the company of the people that you love.
For more information, go to visituvaldecounty.com. Buenos dias, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the In Between Podcast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Leah.
So today we are going to be chatting about the craziness of the holidays.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
That song should say it's beginning to look a lot like chaos. Because when the holidays hit, it is chaotic. And every year, I forget that it is going to be crazy.
We hit the ground running.
And we just, I don't know, for us, at least, this is a case where we think that after the busy season for us, which is summer, it's going to be, we get to coast the rest of the year. But then Labor Day comes, and in September, that's kind of the case in September. But we get like maybe 3 weeks. But then it's Halloween. You got to get those houses ready for Halloween. You got to figure out what you're going to do. And if you have a kid, now we have a kid.
You have to find costumes, and then there's parties, and there's classroom parties, and there's all the things. And we have already started with Christmas. I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten into November yet, and we're
already doing Christmas.
So, yeah.
But the reason that we have to do that is I decorate all of the houses for Christmas. So I have 7 houses, including our own, that I decorate for Christmas. So I start way earlier than necessary so that our houses can be beautiful and wonderful for our guests for Christmas. So
and that's something you were working on today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So it already looks a lot like Christmas around the in-between. All 6 of our houses have their lights on the outside. And I just put up 2 Christmas trees inside of houses today. So I am feeling good. I really wanted to try to get all of our houses decorated before Thanksgiving. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's okay. That's okay.
I think you got most of them done.
Yeah, I just have to do 3 trees inside, which, we'll see. It'll happen. They'll definitely be decorated for Christmas. So the chaos has already begun.
Yeah, and the first year we moved out here and started the business. And, we didn't have a kid, but it was still just as chaotic.
Well, we had just moved here, and we were really trying to get plugged in with the community. And so we were invited to all of these different Christmas things. Businesses were having Christmas things, and the Chamber of Commerces were having Christmas things. And there were so many events, and we were going to everything, every single event. We didn't say no to a single event. I mean, there was one day we had, I think, 3 events in one day.
I thought it was 4.
Maybe it was 4.
Opinion.
I don't remember. I blocked out.
My memory.
I blocked it out. And if I remember correctly, it was on that day that we were getting ready to walk out the door to go to our final event. It was the community dinner. And no, it was the community dinner. Yes, it was. Because I had the thing. I had the pie made. And we were going to the community dinner, which in Concan, one of the beautiful things that they do out here, and we've only gone a couple times, is there's a community dinner where anyone in the community who lives here can go. It's a potluck. You bring your food. We've heard the Christmas one is amazing. They sing Christmas carols, and it's wonderful. We haven't gone. Maybe we'll go this year. Anyway, we were getting ready to walk out the door to go to the community dinner after we had already gone to 2 or 3 other events. And I don't remember what happened, but it turned into like
I blacked out
an argument of the century.
Yeah.
I think we both have blocked it out of our memories. And we did not end up making it.
I think what happened that night, we were supposed to go there and then to the Christmas party. There's a in Lakey.
No, the Christmas party was another day.
No, it was the same. It was the same day.
Oh.
And then we ended up just saying, well, all right, well, fine, we're not going to go to that, and we'll just, after we talked about it,
Yeah.
and then after that day and after that night, we, once our emotions had come down and we were over it that night because we ended up going, but we didn't
we didn't go to the community dinner.
I thought
We've never been to the Christmas community dinner. We did not go to that. And I had the cool, remember the pink Cool Whip salad, cherry salad. I made it.
And it's sat in the fridge.
And it's sat in the fridge and I ate it
and
myself. Not the whole thing.
Not all of it, but what was remaining.
No.
I mean, the remainder of it.
But what we learned from that was that we had completely overcommitted ourselves and we were doing entirely too much, going to way too many parties, and it clearly went to way too many events. It clearly took a toll on us emotionally and physically. I probably got sick. I always get sick around the holidays because I do too much. And so we learned that we have to say no. That's what we learned from that, is we have to say no to things and we have to prioritize what we're going to do, what we can do, what we can pull off, and what we have time for. So.
Yeah, because it wasn't just everything that was going on out here for us, but it was, I mean, my family was doing things, and it was like, when October hits, there's events. Yeah. There's no shortage of events between your family, my family, in the area, whether it's the community here in the community, whether it's friends or businesses or what have you. There's always an event between October and New Year's in our lives. Yeah. One way or another, we know something going on, and we get invited to things. And
we don't get invited so much to things anymore, though. Probably because we don't go to things anymore.
I don't know.
We say no to everything. But can you imagine for the parents that have multiple kids and, there's friends parties and they have work parties and they have parties at school and it's all so fun and you don't want to say no to anything because you don't want to miss out. There's that FOMO and you don't want to miss out and you don't want your kids to miss out. But sometimes we can lose some of the fun, and what's supposed to be fun isn't so fun anymore because we're overextended. And
it happens. Holidays get you. So watch out.
Watch out, you better watch out.
If you have a spouse or if you're single, have friends and you notice yourself being short with them, it could be because of the holidays if it's around that time. All the stress of feeling the stress of maybe the feeling of obligation that you feel like you have to be somewhere or have to buy something for someone or have to bring us a dish somewhere. No one wants to show up empty-handed when they get invited. So yeah, the pressure is real to have to do something when you get invited to these events. But at the end of the day, you know what? If you can't do it, then you can't do it. And people just really care to have your presence around more so than an actual gift or a dish, depending on what the situation is. Just like when we first got married and our first Christmas together, we were trying to buy gifts for all of my nieces and nephews. So
wait, what happened was that you wanted we were going to buy presents for all, we were like, we have to buy presents for all of my nieces and nephews. And I went from having 0 nieces and nephews to having, at that point, I don't know how many there were. Not 22 yet, but like, I don't know, 15, 16, I don't know, overnight. And it was like, now you have to buy Christmas presents for all 15 kids. Like, what? Oh my goodness. And money was pretty tight because we had just gotten married, and it was super stressful buying for that many kids. And, and I think siblings, you wanted to get for all of your siblings too. So we had to get for all the siblings, all the spouses, all the kids. And that adds up so fast. And I was the one doing all the shopping. And so that's also a lot of time. It's a lot of money. And since then, what we've started doing now, which saves so much time and money, is we do, for the kids, they draw names, and every kid gets one name, and we have a limit. And then for the adults, we do like a white elephant gift exchange. And that saves all of us so much money because we don't feel like we have to buy for each other, especially if we can't afford it. And, no one should ever have to like go into debt for Christmas for something that's supposed to be special and magical and wonderful. And no one should have, make themselves sick, stressing out over how we're going to pay for it. And so now we do the gift exchanges and the kids draw names, and we do that on my side too, so that we don't have to do the same on my side as well. And that has been super, super helpful to relieve some of the stress financially and time-wise.
Yeah, definitely helps to do it that way. Do a gift exchange if you're doing it for kids, or do a white elephant if you're doing it for adults. So we went from just buying the pressure of not having to, I guess the pressure of buying for everyone versus just buying for what maybe one or two for yourself as a gift exchange, or white elephant. But on that note, you also don't have to buy a gift. If it was up to me, I wouldn't buy gifts all the time, and I would probably do like a gift card. That's my favorite thing to do. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions, but my thing is, if it's that stressful for you to be buying gifts, don't feel obligated to spend the time to go and buy gifts.
Unless your wife's love language is gifts. When your wife's love language is gifts,
buy gift cards.
No.
There's gift and gift cards.
Do you buy me gift cards?
No, but
you buy me wonderful gifts. You always do a really good job.
But there's still a lot of pressure in going and spending time to buy a gift. So what I'm saying is, times that by however many gifts you're trying to buy for people in your life, just within your small circle. It can be a lot. However, Amazon's made it a lot easier to make that happen, to buy gifts. But still going out and buying gifts for individuals can be a lot, especially when you live in rural America and you have to drive hour and a half to a major city to get access to great stores where you want to do some great shopping.
But there's lots of, well, first of all, Amazon, right? So like we get literally everything from Amazon these days, but there's lots of local shops, and it's really good to support local shops. And
it is.
I try to get, when I do get gifts for people, I try to buy them from local shops, whether it's Dry 50 or Josh's or Andy's, or some of the local stores in Uvalde, because they all have really great things.
But it's not all the time that you can find something there.
Yeah.
So we find ourselves having to go to San Antonio. But we do a pretty good job of not all the time having to go to San Antonio to go do shopping.
Yeah.
But so white elephant for adults and gift exchange for kids has been amazing for us.
That's been helpful for us.
Very helpful. So
Luna's dropping all her toys, and she's not.
I think she's ready to
Go to bed.
or maybe for a gift. I don't
So-
know. She's getting excited.
Do you remember our first year when we got married and how hard it was to do Thanksgiving and Christmas? Do you remember that? Because we tried to go to, once again, all the things, and we tried. I'm gonna get her because she's.
Yeah, between your family and my family alone,
Yeah.
we have a lot of events.
Yeah. And so we were trying to, like, on Christmas Day, like, do with my family and then leave from that and then go be with your family. And on Thanksgiving, we, like, stayed for like an hour at my family's Thanksgiving and then drove to your family's Thanksgiving. And it was chaotic and we were frustrated and it was stressful. And now we split the holidays. And I feel like that has been super helpful. So, like, we'll do, if we're doing Christmas with my family, then this year, then we do Thanksgiving with your family. So your family has priority over my family for Thanksgiving. And then we switch it. And then next year we do Christmas with your family. And then we do Thanksgiving with my family. And usually we're able to do a little bit of both. Like, your family might be getting together for lunch on Christmas Day. And so then when we get, back to Dilley or on Thanksgiving, then we end up being able to do Thanksgiving dinner with my family, just because we're fortunate that our families live within an hour's drive of each other. I know a lot of people that's not the case. Their families are across the world or across the country. But splitting the holidays like that has made them so much more enjoyable, I feel like, because we can truly be present with your family when we're there. And I'm not thinking about, okay, we need to go, we need to leave, because now it's time to run and make it down to my family. Or if we're with my family, like, all right, we got to speed it up. We got to head out and go, run to be with your family. I feel like we can just really, like, be present. We're there. I feel like that's what it's been like for me. What has it been like for you?
Yeah, so that, and we came to terms to do that because we got another fight about.
I swear we don't
splitting
only fight.
our time between families and figuring out how to make that work, and we decided to rotating years for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
It was, do you remember that year? It was like, fine, I'm going to go to Christmas with my family and you can go to Christmas with your family. And like, we had come to that point, and that's crazy. That's so sad. And we didn't do that, thankfully, but we could have. And for what,
Because the holidays are crazy.
It's not that though. It's because we love our families. Like, we both are so close to our families. And especially when you first get married, like, all of the sudden, like, this whole group is your family, and we didn't know each other. So I didn't really know your family. You didn't really know mine. So we just kind of, just got married out of nowhere. And then it's like, okay, now you don't get to do Christmas with your family. You don't get to do things, like, for both of us, that was like a major shock to our systems. And so now we figured out a way to where we can really be present.
We both made a compromise.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it works.
And it's worked out now, and it's everything's all good. We got, and it's actually worked out too with, I think, your siblings too. It works out perfectly because they also do the same thing.
They trade off.
And they're on the same schedule.
Yeah.
Mine, it's a little more difficult. We're a little bit bigger, and but mostly my family will be getting together at the same time. I'm going to be around for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So
yeah.
But yeah, that is a good tip, is to compromise.
Pro tip.
And do Thanksgiving with one side of the family gets priority Thanksgiving, and then when they do, the other side of the family gets priority for Christmas. And then the following year it'll switch. So that has been super helpful, and it's clear cut, and it makes it easier for planning and visiting during the holidays.
Yeah.
So, yes, learn to say no to things. You don't have to buy everyone a gift. You can get creative with buying gifts, do white elephants and gift exchanges, compromising with holiday, prioritizing spending the holidays with your family, especially if you're like us and you like to, you're very family oriented. Prioritize and then switch every other year.
This year, I'm having to say no to myself because I want to have all the parties because we have our house now. And so I was just telling you the other day, like, I want to have a cookie exchange and we'll do it at our house. And you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. When are we going to do that? And we were already trying to pull back and not do too many things. I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I just got excited. But it's so hard not to get excited and want to try to do all the things and have all the parties and no cookie exchange this year.
No,
because I think my mom's having one, so I would go to hers and then I would have my own too, and that's a lot of cookies.
Too much complication. But all that being said, the holidays, there's still so much to enjoy about the holidays.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And so far have only complained.
I know.
But the holidays are great because for me, and I want to ask you this, but for me, I enjoy them because it's a time where we get to spend time with our families, friends, maybe that we haven't seen in a long time or all year. It's the only time of the year we see them. And it's the only time of the year families will get together, everyone's present, and then you catch up and revisit, and then you remember how enjoyable your family members are or friends are that you haven't seen in a while. Just have a blast and have some hot cocoa and when it's cold and wet outside, and watch the Christmas lights. There's tons of Christmas lights viewing during the holidays, and Thanksgiving is always good because there's a ton of food, and then there's a ton of food throughout all the holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So what's your favorite part about the holidays?
I love family, but I love the decorations. That's like at the top. Like, I love Christmas decorations. I love decorating. I love looking at them. I love other people's Christmas decorations. I love, 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 love driving through Uvalde and seeing downtown Uvalde, like Julian's and Southern Lace and the courthouse, and how everything is just lit up and decorated, and it's so classy and classic, and just I love driving through downtown Uvalde at night and seeing the Christmas lights and the junior college, the lights that they do. I love driving through their Christmas light trail. I love the lights. And the whole time we drive from San Antonio to Concan, when we do it at night, like every time we see, I lose my mind every time we see a really cool light display. Like, I lose my mind. I get excited. I start screaming. I get so much joy out of Christmas decorations. That is
what I was thinking
favorite.
about as you were saying that is on the way from San Antonio to Concan, there's a little propane business on the side of the road. I think it's just outside Castroville. It's on the north. It's on the westbound side, and they have a deer. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
And the deer at night, it shoots out fire from its mouth. So it is a flame. And I wonder if they have it up yet. But every year for Christmas, around Christmas, they don't have Christmas lights. They have a deer.
A flame-throwing deer.
throwing flames out of its mouth, which is very fitting, being that it's like a propane filling station of some sort. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Wow, I've never seen that. Well,
I don't know how you can miss it.
I don't know. And
Sticks out.
I love, and we need to go there more often to enjoy it. But we're not really in Lakey at night. But I love the Christmas lights at Lakey. They are so gorgeous and so classy, and they do the all white lights around the big oak trees by the courthouse, and I just I love it. I love a small town Christmas.
Yeah, Lakey's kind of like an extension of Uvalde County.
Yeah.
Or they're like
one of us.
They're Winterfell of the Game of Thrones. They're in the north.
The north. I love their light. I love Christmas and Christmas lights
and Christmas gifts.
Oh, and Christmas gifts. Gifts are my love language, and not because I'm superficial like you used to think, because I love presents. I love big or small. I love surprises and presents, and that somebody says, "Oh, this made me think of you," and I love them.
Well, is
this my present? This baby is my present.
Does a baby count as a present?
I made her. How is she a present?
Let us know if that counts.
It does not count. Does not count.
It may for some folks. I may not be the only one who thinks that. I don't know. But I would like to know.
She was a present for you. She was a present that I made and pushed out and gave to you. But she is my joy.
You gave her to us.
Okay.
You gave her to us.
There was something else I was going to say that I can't remember about that I really like. I wanted another thing that I really, really love. I think it's one of my absolute favorite traditions is the Christmas tea party that my family does. The day after Thanksgiving, we do the girls' Christmas tea party, and all the ladies in my family come over and we have a tea party and we do an ornament exchange. And I've always just loved that tradition. It's just so fun and so special. And this year, some of our friends are coming, so I'm really excited. And they're going to bring their daughter. So I love the Christmas tea party. The end.
Yes. And that's just you and your mom and grandma and aunt and
my great aunts and
cousins.
All their kids.
But I will be somewhere else.
Well, the guys are not allowed to come, so the guys all go hang out together and
watch football
and eat hot dogs while we have like chicken salad and pastries and hot chocolate and
hot dogs and football all day.
And y'all like watch football and eat hot chocolate. Meanwhile, we're like all like crying and
stressing out over
what? No, that's not what I'm saying. No. That we're all like, we all get like emotional and we're crying and like having just ladies moments and talking about our family, and I don't know, it's always so special. And somebody ends up crying in a good way, not a bad way, not like bad tears, good tears, happy tears, just heartfelt tears. And y'all are out there watching football and eating hot dogs.
Getting chili on our shirts.
I'm so excited. This conversation has me so excited for this week.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of us talking about it. It's what we're excited about.
Well, we started off with what everyone was complaining, but we ended
it was a complaint, but it was a way of complaining with the solution.
Yeah.
We had some complaints with problems, but we have solutions for our problems.
I think that there's probably people listening that have even better and more solutions than we do.
Absolutely.
For how they help make the holidays pleasant and stress-free and wonderful. And you can share those in the comments. That would be great, because we're always asking for friends over here.
Yeah. Whatever if it's going to make our lives easier and better and that much more enjoyable, then we'll adopt it. We're totally open to it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So if you have any tips or tricks or hacks,
Yeah, Christmas hacks. What
Christmas
are your
hacks,
best Christmas hacks?
holiday hacks.
Hey, holiday hacks.
Yes. So we'd love to know, and we love to share them with others if you have any. So, but yeah. So next time we see y'all, this is gonna be no, not the last one. We're gonna be doing one more before the end of the year. So you'll hear from us one more time. So yeah. Do you have anything else?
I do not. Gobble, gobble. Tell
Gobble,
you wobble,
gobble.
wobble.
Yeah. And of course, go Cowboys. Yeah. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in to this episode. And we will see y'all next time. Hasta luego.
Bye.